Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today it's the Jefferson nickel from 2004, and this is the so-called piece metal nickel. There were two Jefferson nickels issued in 2004. There was the piece metal nickel, which is this one here on the right, and then there was the keelboat version. So these both have the regular Jefferson on the front, what's been on the front since 1938. Here's the 2003, and you can kind of compare the 2003 and 2004. 2004, they had the regular back, the Monticello, which they had from 1938 until 2004. In 2004, though, they switched over to the special commemorative nickels for the Lewis and Clark expedition. This one, the first one here, is the Louisiana Purchase nickel. And what you have here is two hands shaking. You have a peace pipe and an axe. It says United States of America around the top. Louisiana Purchase here, 1803, and that's when United States purchased land from France. And that ended up going all the way from Louisiana right up through the Dakotas and out towards the Pacific Ocean. We look at it here and we see that there's an N-E-N here, and that's for Norman E. Nemeth, who was the engraver of these coins, or designer engraver. He only did the back, of course, because the front was designed and engraved by Felix Schlag, that's where the FS is. Now, this one here, you saw this one has a P on it, and that's for the Philadelphia Mint. They made them at the Philadelphia Mint in 2004. They all have P's on them. There's no unlettered ones. 361.4 million of these. This in an MS65 is worth about $1.50. They also made them at the Denver Mint when they have a D on them, and I'm going to show you a Denver Mint one later. In the Denver Mint, they made 372 million. So between the two of them, about $750 million. And finally, they made them at the San Francisco Mint, and they made about 3 million. So what do those other ones look like? Well, here's a really, really good version. Now, some of these don't get graded as regular coins by PCGS, and I'm not sure exactly why. Some of them are viewed as a proof-like version, and I think that's because some of the ones you get in the uncirculated mint sets, of which there were 2.9 million of those in 2004. And I don't know why I keep saying 19. In 2004, there were 2.9 million. The proof or proof-like 65s, those are worth about $5 each. And you can see they're just amazingly good-looking coins. Over here it says, "In God We Trust." On this side it says "Liberty," and the beautiful stars. That's as good a star as you'll ever see on any nickel. 2004, and there's the P there, and of course the FS for Felix Schlag. They made this proof-like coin at the Philadelphia Mint. They made it at the Denver Mint. They made some that they put in the United States silver proof sets, because they made the silver proof sets in 2004, but they weren't doing the satin finish yet. They didn't start doing that until 2005, and you can see some scratches and stuff on here, but still a pretty good looking one. And here's a D for the Denver Mint. And then finally they made them at the San Francisco Mint, and you can tell that this is a proof finish, can't you? No mistaking this. The background is highly, highly polished. You can see the pen in it. The foreground and the letters are polished with a more kind of abrasive kind of cameo look to them. That is a great star on there too, but that's not a circulating coin star. They take a lot of care with the San Francisco Mint Proof Series coins. So yeah, you can get this in a silver mint set, or you can get this in a clad mint set. And this one, and if you tip it up, you see that it's just really nice, smooth edge. And when we flip it over, we see that we can really see the detail. So let's look down into the detail and see this side over here. Sometimes this gets a little confusing, but this is somebody's sleeve shaking hands with somebody else. And this sleeve here has an eagle on it and some kind of Native American beads on it. So this is the Native American hand shaking hands with the U.S. government or military hand here. There's the peace pipe in the axe. It says 1803, and that's kind of the representation is that we agreed, or we were going to make treaties with the Native Americans as we went through. And they actually did set up some treaties which were obviously mostly later broken as they went through. Now, it says e pluribus unum here, 5 cents here, and this coin in the proof-like version, not the proof-like version, the actual proof version is worth about $5. Can you get more for them? Yeah, you can. If you can find one that looks like this, but did not come from a mint set, and you can tell because it'll just be a different kind of shine on it. Generally, you can tell. You may get up to the $3,000 to $4,000 mark. PCGS has some. The highest price sold for one was $4,230 for a MS68. So if you can get it really, really good and really fine, you can be talking into the 4,000s. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. There's our P, there's our D, and there's our S's. And this is what one looks like if you find it in your change today. Much like that. Have a great day from DC Coin World.